so how you gon' play here, bruh? If you release your dogs, we got a wolf hunt. LVE, tackling Dutchmen coming. If you hungry and trying to eat like Zeke, we'll send in a taco to sweep you off your feet. Now you deep in the woods, plus we got a couple Collins. They say time and pressure make diamonds, the hot boy shining. Clock and D, it's time to go to work. They say, defense wins championships. We're here in Dallas, we got a top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock and D. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. See, clock and D. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Gone clock in. Clock in. Gone clock in. Clock in. Gone clock in. Clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense, all trying to get them sacks with the ball in the air. Secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there. He be lying, he be lurking. If you get past him, Jeff Heath gon' hurt him. Put the ball down, go ahead and run it. I got a hot front four when they coming. Plus we got the best linebacker duo in the whole NFL. We the hot boys sizzling on fire, come to give your team hell. Clock and D, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. See, clock and D, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Go defense, go defense, gone defense, clock and D, it's time to go to work. I know I said at the beginning of this track, man, that we had like a top 10 or like a top 5. Hot boys gearing up to be triple D, you know what I'm saying? Clock Dallas Doomsday defense. Listen what the hot boys tell them, man. Defense, put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat, yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Smell fresh meat, yeah, we all eating. Put me in, coach. Yeah, we all hard hitters. Yeah, I smell fresh meat, yeah, we all eating. Clock and D, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. See, clock and D, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Gone clock in. Gone clock in. Gone clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See the star on the field, you gon' meet D-Law. Thinking you an outlaw, we sending the predator. Jalen Smith scoop up the whole field, so how you gon' play here, bruh? If you release your dogs, we got a wolf hunt. LVE, tackling Dutchmen coming. If you hungry and trying to eat like Zeke, we'll send in a taco to sweep you off your feet. Now you deep in the woods, plus we got a couple Collins. They say time and pressure make diamonds, the hot boy shining. Clock and D, it's time to go to work. They say, defense wins championships. We're here in Dallas, we got a top 10. When the hot boys hit the field, this is what we tell them. Listen what we tell them. This is what we tell them. Go to work. Clock and D, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. See, clock and D, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. Gone clock in. Gone clock in. Gone clock in. Yeah, it's time to go to work. See my defense, they on the field right now. Yeah, my defense, they yelling 3 and now. Yeah, my defense, they don't like your quarterback. So my defense, all trying to get them sacks with the ball in the air. Secondary go to work. Byron Jones, he be there. He be lying, he be lurking. If you get smelling no fire, come to give your team hell. Clock in, D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work, yeah, it's time to go to work. See, clock in, D, yeah, it's time to go to work. It's time to go to work, yeah, it's time to go to work. Go defense, defense, go defense, defense.
The 2019 Dallas Cowboys season is only a few months from kicking off, but this year, let's do things a little different. Instead of just watching games at home or just going to a game, let's actually experience our Dallas Cowboys, just like West Coast does. Cowboys Experience is my one-stop shop for all my Cowboys game day weekends. Their packages are all inclusive, including 2 nights hotel accommodation. We'll pick you up and drop you off at the airport and game. Want to hang out and get autographs from current and former Cowboy greats like Drew Pearson? If you're ready to experience the Dallas Cowboys like no other, make sure you inbox West Coast or go to cowboysexperience.com today. The 2019 Dallas Cowboys.
This is Ray Williams. Thank you so much for hanging out with us at Dallas Cowboy Scout.
Appreciate
My
you.
man West Coast in this buck.
Thank you for watching West Coast.
Shout out West Coast Cowboys. You know it's always love over here. Raider, Cowboy, always a Cowboy.
Did one hell of a job, and the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
What's up with you guys? It is your boy West Coast, and we are live in the building, man. And guess what, man? Guess what? We got the boss in the house, man. What's up with y'all, man? I know y'all been asking for him, asking where he been at, man. Well, we got the boss in the building, man. What's up with you, man?
Hey, what's up, man? You know, when West Coast is at training camp, Boss Cowboys in Dallas, Texas, y'all. It's really just that simple, but much love. Obviously, we really ready to talk about a whole lot that's going on.
Absolutely, brethren. Absolutely. Now, let me get into this comment box so I can tell some folks what's up, because I got some people in the comment box. For whatever reason, it's not showing me on my page, on my goddamn computer screen. It's not showing me you guys' comments. So I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick so I can see you guys, so I can shout some people out. Let me turn it down a little bit. All right, so we got top fan Scott. What's up with you, man? We got Jacob. What's up with you, OG? We got Buddha. What's up with you, Scout? What's up with you, Michael? What up with you, Joe Trantrina? What's up with you? Says we got a little echo. It says we got a little echo. So if you got a little, I don't know, maybe change the mic a little bit. Let's see if that worked out. If that helped a little bit. All right, so we got top fan Scott. What's up with you, man? All right, I'm adjusting some settings. So if that helps, if that helps, let me know. If that don't, then we'll keep on adjusting. But what's up with you, Marcy? What up with you, Brian Lindsay? Hey, Boss Cowboy, why don't you say hi to a couple people, man?
Yeah, man. I said a lot of family. My boy Fonzo. He said, "What's up, Scouts?" And obviously Mike and Jacob, and then Catherine said, "So glad I caught you guys live today." Dang it! They say I got a big echo on me. But yeah, let me. Yeah,
my boy said, "Hey, my boy McCurdy says, what's up? How are those CDs going?" Because he knows I always call your article. I call your articles albums. So, so he's asking me, "What's up with them new CDs?" Hey, you funny, Curtis. That's funny. Steve says, my boy Steven says, "Yo, good, you good?" Tyson Marcus is just soft spoken and a little low. Marcus has a little echo. Okay. Appreciate you, Keith. Appreciate you, man. Arthur, what's up with you? Antonio, echo on Boss big time. Okay, your volume is very high, West Coast, so let me turn it down. Let me turn it down a little bit.
I'm going to change my mic too.
All right, how does that sound, guys? Hey, I promise you, we're going to get Producer G on here as soon as he has a day off, and we're going to get this all perfected. But until then, all right, let me say. So we should be better now. All right, but until then, we're going to rock, man. So, we had a couple things happen in the nation, and we had a couple just conversations that we kind of just wanted to have and just wanted to kind of bring to you guys and talk about it. But let's rock. Yeah, thank you. John Juice says we good, and he a professional blogger, so he say we good. I'm Gucci. I ain't going to ask nothing about the sound. So,
Yesterday we had my boy Rico, man. My boy Rico got released. The reason why I say my boy Rico is because Rico Gathers. He showed your boy West Coast a lot of love. So salute to him, and I hope he does well with his next endeavors. But I just wanted to, why I got my boy Boss Cowboy. I think I did a video. I did a 27-minute video yesterday, live video on how I felt about Rico Gathers being released. But since we got Boss on here, let's go ahead and find out what he thinks about the Rico release. And actually, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. After you say everything you can say, I'm gonna apologize to you because you said you said Jason Witten was gonna get somebody. You said it. I just didn't think he was gonna. I just didn't think it was gonna be my boy Rico. Can you hear me? No sound. No sound. I can't hear you. So go ahead and switch your microphone one more time. But yeah, man. I mean, Rico Gathers was released yesterday by the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys decided that they would go ahead and, a lot of people said that they went ahead and ended the Rico Gathers experiment. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't really know when the Rico Gathers experience really started. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was with the Dallas Cowboys his first year. He really did not play at all. Second year, he didn't really play at all. And last year, he was activated for 14 whole games and got 7 whole targets. And out of those 7 targets, he caught 4 of them for, I think, a total of 48 yards. Most of that being in the Jacksonville Jaguar game, which ended up being statistically the Dallas Cowboys' best game of the season. But, nevertheless, the Dallas Cowboys did release Rico Gathers. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I wasn't necessarily disappointed because I kind of saw this happening. You guys know I got a pair of Rico Gathers gloves and cleats over here in the corner that he gave me from the Philadelphia game. So, but I'm going to just keep it real. I've been at training camp every day, and you guys have been at training camp with me almost every day. And we know that we have not seen Rico Gathers play. Like, we know that. So, I mean, I was telling you guys at the blue and white game, like, dang, my dude has not gotten one snap. Then you guys, let's go back maybe even the first 2 days of practice when they're doing tight end drills, and I was saying, dang, Rico ain't getting even in on the goddamn drills. So I started saying at that blue and white game that despite my love for Rico Gathers, or not even just love for him, but just the love, man, you get this guy that has a once-in-a-lifetime type of talent. You would think that you could find a coach to be able to coach it out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my opinion. I mean, that's what I thought you guys were doing when they drafted him. You know what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, the Dallas Cowboys were not able to pull that talent out. So, yes, it will go down as a wasted draft pick. But, I just think, man, I think there's a lot of production. I think there's a lot of projection that's on Rico that could have been used, man, and it could have been elusive. You know what I'm saying? But, who knows? A lot of people are saying that he can go to New England. I can see it, but I'm going to be honest with you. He's no longer a Dallas Cowboy, so I'm not saying I don't care, but you know how I be, man. But, hey, boss, is you on here?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So, most importantly, if y'all want to hear what my thoughts on it, you guys can watch my video. I dropped it yesterday. Boss Cowboy, what are your thoughts on Rico Gathers being released? What are your thoughts, man?
It's hard to say exactly why, but the perception doesn't look good at all because it looks like typical Dallas politics over production and almost a little bit of favoritism. That's the perception. Now, a lot of people will say Rico didn't do anything. I am of the opinion of you, where when did he really have a chance? Because when he started really getting going, the Jags game, and that was one of Jarwin's bad games, they pulled him. They stopped using him altogether. Now, there's a lot of rumors that was out there like he was bad at the playbook, but even though I didn't see him with false starts, they said he was bad at blocking, but they had him in on key blocking plays. So it's my real opinion about the Rico situation is I'm glad he's gone, not because we didn't need him, because I want to really kind of see with him maybe on another team, was it us or was it him, right? Because if he goes to another team and he end up being it part 2, and we're going to have to do a real soul search in our organization and really talk about the politics that addresses the tight end position. If if he goes to another team and he's, still not able to get on the field, then maybe Rico was lazy. Maybe he didn't love football. So I want to continue the Rico experiment. And I don't think the Rico experiment is over with. It's just over with us, and for right now. I think it was also a bad move because I heard some people say we have Jarwin, we have Witten. But that's never really was the question, was he better than Jarwin or Witten? The real question is he better than Schultz? And who would you rather have on your roster, Schultz or Rico? I'm still going with Rico, and plus, what's the whole point of camp and preseason if you're not going to let them compete?
Yeah.
What kind of message they're seeing is like, we want to see the guys compete. We wanted to be able to judge for ourselves, but from looking at it on the outside, it looked like they iced them. And, maybe they just got tired of dealing with the Rico, news and drama and drama, meaning he's always in the light of people wanting to see him. There's a lot of people that want to see his upside get a chance, and it was like before he makes another big catch or something that really get him going and get the news going on him again, let's just end it now. That's what it looked like to me on the outside looking in, now. And I was thinking about this morning, West Coast. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Sometimes getting rid of your third seems smart, but sometimes getting rid of your third can be one of the dumbest things you can do, right? Because what if we did that to Dak when Romo went down, when then Kellen Moore went down? It was Dak who saved the 2016 season.
Yeah.
We was headed to another top 3 draft choice if we didn't have Dak and if we didn't value the third team person as the quarterback. Same thing with the tight end. What if Witten goes down? What if something happens to Jarwin? Now you're stuck with Schultz, So it's like, why not just let it play out? Let them compete. So it's one of those things to where, it's a lot of people that's happy, like he always sucked. Well, we finna see. There's a whole lot of people said that about Bennett, and Bennett went on and was all pro, got him a Super Bowl, and you could say career-wise had a better career in terms of hardware than Whit. He got a ring, So, and he definitely balled out in the Super Bowl. So we'll see. It's one of those things where I'm gonna continue to keep my eye on Rico to see, was it him or was it us? Was it our dysfunction or was it that he just was a bad football player?
Absolutely. And then my thing is also this, man, like there has to be some type of there has to be some type of responsibility and ownership on management too. When you draft a guy who hadn't played football since he was in 7th grade, I mean, there has to be some type of understanding that this is a project, and you can't look at a project the same way as you look at a new car or even a used car. Why? Because at least a used car has the experience of understanding football. Rico didn't even play football in college. So not only were you expecting him to make that leap as far as the experiment, there was no experience there. So when there's no experience, there's nothing to fall back on except for what someone's taught you. And to be honest with you, if you look at what's been going on with the tight end room since Rico's been in the Dallas Cowboys, 2016, Jason Witten was on this team. He wasn't getting no, that was Jason Witten's, this is Jason Witten's team. You know what I'm saying? 16, 17, you have 18, which is last year. Jason Witten's not on this team. The only difference with that is, look at like this, 2018, man, we had actual 3 games where the Dallas Cowboys didn't even throw passes to the tight end. Now imagine how versed, that lets you know how different our offense was. Literally when Jason Witten left, also the appreciation, the understanding, and the role playing of a tight end left with him. Like it went right out the door. Like when Jason Witten left, the utilization of a tight end went right out the door, and that's why when we were doing all our drafting and stuff like that, that's why I was so adamant about like, yo, don't draft no dang tight end. Why? Because you're not gonna use them. It'll be a wasted pick. Why? Because we don't even target the tight ends. We had a game last year where we actually won the game, and the tight ends didn't even get a target. So it's like, it's amazing to think about this. A guy like Jason Witten was able to thrive in that type of system. You know what I'm saying? So the Cowboys, as far as their utilization for the tight ends, has been all over the place. You know what I'm saying? At camp right now, people keep on asking me to rank the tight ends right now. I would by far say that Jarwin looks the best. Like he by far looks the best. Like he's way improved. He's more streamlined. I'm not going to sit up here and say that he's looking like Ingram or none of these other, elusive tight ends because he's not fast like them. But what I will say is he's looking more like Jason Witten. And I'm going to be honest with you, Boss Cowboy, don't get mad. But that's actually a compliment. You want to know why? Because that was the point. That was the whole point to begin with. They were not looking for a Rico Gathers. I think they took Rico Gathers. Why? Because it was just, some things you just can't pass up. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving down the street. I see Cheesecake Factory got a deal on cheesecake. As much as I love cheesecake, I only got $6, but it's $2. I can live off $4. Let me go get this cheesecake. Some stuff you just can't pass up, and I think that's what it was with Rico Gathers. I think it was also like that with Ryan Switzer. Some things are just so you look at their film and you see all the stuff that they can do. You see all this, but it's also about you see the end result. What are you going to be able to do to help them get to that result? And I just think the Dallas Cowboys always saw what they knew, what they thought Rico could do, but I don't really think they had a plan to actually get him there. You know what I'm saying? And I think it definitely.
Bro. I'm gonna just be honest. I don't think they wanted to because if you look at,
I'm just trying to give him a little.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
Give them that, but let me tell you why. Jarwin is what you look like when they actually develop you, when they let you fail up. Gallup was what you look like when they let you fail up, when they go ahead and treat you like you are developing, where they throw you out there, they let you mess up, and then they coach you to the pro you need to be. That's what happened with Jarwin, and that's what happened with Gallup. Rico and Lewis is what you look like when you're on a short leash, to where when you have to go in and you have to ball immediately or you're gone. And that's the pattern that I see too much with some of the people with the Dallas Cowboys. Is you see some people, they seem like they have hair triggers on them, and it's a short leash on them. And you have other people where they get just like unlimited lives, like a cat. They got 9 lives, And so when you see Jarwin now, his confidence is up. Let's not forget what it took to get him there. It took him to get to at least week 15 or week 14 before we really started to see him. Even to the point to where they took Schultz, who at first wasn't even active, right? And they put him on the roster against the Redskins and basically demoted Schultz. Jarwin. So Jarwin role was bumpy before they got him to where he is now. But that's what happened when you're trying to develop confidence. This also brings me to what even Swam said when I met him at SportsCon. I'm sitting there talking to Swam, and he said, bro, it was hard, like being a tight end.
Jeff Swam, that's former tight end from the Dallas Cowboys. He was with us 2018. He was not signed. We didn't re-sign him. He went to Jacksonville, right?
Yeah, he's in Jacksonville now.
Okay, I was just trying to give him some updates so people know exactly what player you're talking to.
Last year, and he really went out because he was actually our most productive tight end before his injury.
Yep.
But at the same time, he told me straight up to my face, we sitting there just talking ball, and he said, man, it was hard being here, man, because everything that you do, they try to compare you to Witten. Run this route like Witten, do this like Witten, do this like Witten. And I heard somebody say it, I wish I could state this guy's name to give him credit. He's like, when would Dallas just use you for your strength? Why are they always trying to mold everybody to Witten? And that's a good question. Why not just use Rico where he was strong? He was strong. Coming into the season, he was known as the best catcher, right? Mm-hmm. So give him opportunities to catch the ball, put him in passing situations. No, they wanted him to be complete out the gate, and instead of using him in situational football. So it's, the Rico thing is over, but we'll be very unwise to just stop watching this. We would be very unwise to not keep our radar on Rico, because if Rico goes somewhere and ball, it needs to be more than just hurt our feelings. It needs to be more than and we don't need to make excuses like, well, he wasn't developing under us. I see people say that still about Bennett. No, at some point you got to blame us. You got to say, we play favorites. It's one reason It's one main reason why I was saying all off season with West Coast, and you're my witness on this. What was I saying all off season about us not getting a safety?
What do you mean as far as what not getting a safety?
What was the why? Why was I saying we're not going to get a safety?
Oh, because we love Jeff Heath.
I kept saying it.
Yeah. Jeff Heath's going to be a start. Jeff Heath is starting. Your starting safeties is Jeff Heath and Xavier Woods.
It's not really about the play. It's the feeling that they have for him.
The trust.
Is they treat like sons. And it's not about color, so don't even think I'm saying race or anything. Because, see, Anthony Brown is somebody that's treated like a son. And I scratch my head. Like, you know, I scratch my head. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I literally counted West Coast. I haven't released the film yet. But Anthony Brown, his career has resulted 16 touchdowns against our defense. 16. Lewis 4, Jones 2, Awuzie 4. Now, we talking about 16. And this guy's still out there, man. So it's like, I get sick of it. It's like, when is Dallas going to really, truly accept competition and let the field speak versus people that they treat like sons? You know, because I'm getting tired of hearing the stuff like, well, they like this guy. Or they, you know, look, man, when is the field going to really be the ultimate decision maker of who's supposed to be out there? I heard Parcells say it. Parcells say, why do you think we're doing all of this stuff in training camp? We got to let the training camp decide who's the best. It doesn't work to where we already have a predetermined 53 roster. We let the field speak.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening with us now, West Coast. I just don't. I don't. I think we go on there with a predetermined list of who we think will make it, and if you're not in that predetermined list, we find ways to push you out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in total agreement with that too. Because my thing is this, you know, what was the number one thing why we drafted Rico Gathers, and that was because of the fact that he could go up and get the ball. He led NCAA coming into his senior year. He led NCAA with offensive rebounds. Like he was the number one offensive rebounding person in all of NCAA. Now, if anybody that watches basketball, we know that an offensive rebound is probably the hardest thing to do. Like that's the hardest thing to do in basketball. You know what I'm saying? As far as playing defense and playing ball, why? Because you have the offense and the defense coming at you at the same time. And he led the nation in offensive rebounds. Like he can go up and get the ball, and then also, what are you doing when you with the offensive rebound? You're also giving your team another opportunity to what? Score. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? He was the best at that. The Dallas Cowboys never once did that. Like, we never once did a play where we just allowed him to do what we just kind of brought him in here to do, and that was just to run up and just jump. I never held it against Rico when he didn't look the fastest at practice, because, bro, that's not what we brought him in for. Like, that's not what we brought him in for. What I always held against the Dallas Cowboys is we never once let him just go, just do something just like he would do in basketball, bro. Just run up, Rico. Just run to the back of the end zone, turn around, jump straight up. I'ma lob it, dunk it. That's it.
I won't be surprised if New England pick him up.
I'm gonna keep it real. Any team, if I'm a New England, if I am a New Orleans, if I am any team that has a quarterback like that can stand in the pocket and put the ball where it's supposed to be, not saying that's not no shade on that, because I know y'all would look at that, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying because Rico Gathers, if he goes with a very accurate quarterback, he's going to look like a monster. You want to know why? Because the quarterback will do everything for him. All Rico's going to be required to do is run, turn around.
He'd be good in Seattle, too.
Yeah, bro, like any team that just, bruh, if he goes to like a New Orleans or a Seattle, one of these quarterbacks that are going to just be like, really put him, or not even just a quarterback, an offense that is going to understand what he can do. Like DK Metcalf, he going to be nasty in Seattle. Watch.
When Graham was with Green Bay, to your point, and Seattle, he scored 20 touchdowns between those two teams because they just basically used him in the red zone.
Exactly.
And they threw jump balls at him. Remember, Lewis was one that got caught on him. Remember, they put Graham out wide on Lewis,
And he just went up there and he basically turned around, boxed him out, and basically scored an easy touchdown. Lewis was perfectly in position, but what you gonna do against a guy that's 6'5"? You know, what you gonna do? And Rico is even bigger, 6'8", not 6'8". But Rico is even bigger, 6'6", 285. And somebody said, Darren said, I heard Dallas has another Rico like tight end.
Not in McElroy. No, you don't. No, he don't. I know exactly who you're talking about. He's more.
Ricos don't grow on trees.
Yeah, no, he's not, and he's not getting no playing time either.
Like that athletic ability is rare. Like Rico was 2 inches taller than the average tight end and 20 pounds heavier than the average tight end, and was jumping out the gym. You know, was able to dunk with 2 hands and basically almost hit his elbows on the rim. You know, like let's not forget that our starters, when they was working with Romo, said that Rico was impossible to cover. That's exactly what they said, especially in the red zone, but you never just saw us use him. We literally put Rico up after the Jags game, and we never used him for anything other than the run after the Jags games last year.
Yeah. But, hey, man, it is what it is, man. So, hey, man, best of Rico and wherever he is, I ain't going to lie, I will be keeping tabs on him to kind of see where his career goes. And you should, too, because I think that Rico Gathers is gonna like, that's why I wanted Dez to go ball somewhere. Why? Because not necessarily to prove the Cowboys wrong, but just to show you guys that they do turn guys into bad guys just to get their point across. You know what I'm saying? And most importantly, I like seeing guys go away and get the development. They're still the same player. So what would be the difference if Rico goes off and ends up, I don't even care if he ends up, he don't got to be great. If he just be an average tight end, he'll be above average tight end because he has above average talent. But if he just be an above average pro, you know what? That should be shade at the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because you played him 2 years to do nothing but train. Like, so my thing is the Dallas Cowboys, why wouldn't you release him after preseason?
Yeah.
Like, what was the purpose of even bringing him to camp? Like, that's the type of stuff that doesn't make any sense.
You got a whole year of letting him block and develop as a blocker.
You've been paying someone to get him better. Then why wouldn't you at least see if it worked?
Right. Yeah.
That's weird.
Like, not practice. Let's get him under the lights. But anyway.
Well, I know anyway. But, hey, man, I need y'all to do me a favor, yo. We have about 70 people on here. I need everybody to do me one favor. I ain't going to ask for 2. I just need 1. I need everybody to hit that share button 1 time. Because remember, this content ain't for everybody, but if you're watching, it is for you. All right, so our next thing is going to be brought to you by, our next subject is brought to you by Cowboys Experience.
The 2019 Dallas Cowboys season is only a few months from kicking off, but this year, let's do things a little different. Instead of just watching games at home or just going to a game, let's actually experience our Dallas Cowboys, just like West Coast does.
Cowboys Experience is my one-stop shop for all my Cowboys game day weekends. Their packages are all inclusive, including 2 nights hotel accommodation. We'll pick you up and drop you off at the airport and game. Want to hang out and get autographs from current and former Cowboy greats like Drew Pearson? If you're ready to experience the Dallas Cowboys like no other, make sure you inbox West Coast or go to cowboysexperience.com today.
The 2019 Dallas Cowboys season.
What's up with you guys? So we back in this building, man. It's your boy West Coast with Boss Cowboy by way of Boss Cowboy Sports. So, yo, man, there's been a conversation. I dropped a video late last night, and the video was basically just right off the dome, man. Because I've been in so many Cowboy groups, and the number one thing that I always hear or basically people want to talk about is, can the Dallas Cowboys win games without Ezekiel Elliott? And in my opinion, I'm of the opinion that the Dallas Cowboys can win some games without Ezekiel Elliott, but before we, I think sometimes people will say take some and will put that some and automatically put us in the playoffs. But what I did is to help everybody out, because I think everybody needs a little bit of, every now and then you need reality to kind of smack you in the face so you can understand what you're really fighting for out here in these chat groups, AKA the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because the streets is crazy. The streets. You know what I'm saying? Now, This is something we should talk about. If Ezekiel Elliott does not come back, can the Dallas Cowboys win some games without Ezekiel Elliott? All right, so let's go. So week 1, let's look at this. Let's look at the breakdown of our schedule just to begin with. You got a home game, then you got an away game, home game, away game, home game, away game, home game, a bye, away game, home game, away game, away game, home game, away game, home game, away, a home. Now, we have the same amount of away games than we do home games, but Boss Cowboy, what did you almost, psychologically, what did you almost feel like you heard we have more of?
Man, it sounded like more away games, or way too many away games.
Yeah, but we have the same amount. But I think the reason why it felt like it was so many is because this is the first year, I think, in 4 years where the Dallas Cowboys do not have one back-to-back home game. Now, the reason why this is so important, here comes that fact that kind of like pisses all in your yogurt. The Dallas Cowboys only won one game on the road last year. Now, Dallas Cowboys was 3-5 at the break. And we only won one away game last year. Now, with that, I want to know, how do you guys feel that we are going to change that span without the best running back in the NFL? Let's just think about how the schedule breaks down. Then the away game, with the away games. Then next, you have Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers that you play all in this season. You also play the Rams team that puts you out the playoffs. You also play, who else is on here? A Minnesota team that has a fairly good run-stopping defense, right? I mean, I know we all hate the Washington Redskins, so I ain't going to say nothing positive about them, but I'm going to just say the dudes that play in their uniforms, that play on the defensive line, they're pretty good. I'm not talking about the Washington Redskins. I'm talking about the guys who just wear the uniforms on their defensive line. Those guys are pretty good. They actually held Zeke in Washington about 2.5 yards, I think it was. And we lost in Washington. But now we got to go there without Ezekiel Elliott. Okay. And then we had to take him to overtime to beat him in Dallas. Okay. So, Boss Cowboy, before I turn it over to you, Boss Cowboy, we also have to go to Chicago in the cold. 1 December, what is that, 8th? So I want to know, you guys. I'm curious. I'm in the comment box. Are we in the comment box? I want to know, guys. Looking at this schedule, how many games do you guys feel? And I'm working on this new thing. Y'all. I was on a podcast yesterday, and I ain't gonna lie, I went total crazy. If you watched it, you know what happened. But hey, I think I was 100% right, but I 100% Kanye Wested. So I'm learning how to be a better West Coast this morning. So less Kanye. That's all I'm gonna say. Less Kanye. More facts, but same facts, but just less Kanye. But I want to know. I want everybody that's in the comment box right now. I want every single person looking at this schedule. Why Boss Cowboy responds. I'm looking at this schedule. I want you to tell me, because people always say we can win. Yes, I believe we can win some games. Okay, here's the schedule. What games? Oh, Chicago has 3 All-Pros on their defense. They have one on their defensive line. They have one at their linebacker position, and they also have one at the safety position. They're the only team in the NFL that does that. And we play them in the snow at night, at cold, where you probably won't be able to throw the balls like you want to. So, Boss Cowboy, I'm asking you, boss, not to put you on the spot. I want to know, boss, how many games you got us at, brother, without Zeke?
Well, with a hypothetical question like that, that's tough to say with the addition of Kellen Moore, because it's hard to say what our offense is going to be without me actually getting my real eyes on the new guys that's coming out. So when I speak about it, I'm going to speak about this historically, okay? So historically, I want us to try to use our memories for 1 second, okay? Use our memories for 1 second, because we are actually very excited about a committee idea, again. Like, there are people out there like, trade Zeke. We can just go in there with Pollard, Weber, and Darius Jackson.
No, he hasn't.
So, I want y'all to remember that every time and I'm writing about this. Every time we try committee, we correct it with a premium draft choice or reach. I'm going to say that again. Every time we try committee, we correct it with a premium draft choice or reach. We do it every time. So we have to just think like, and you know, because you know, all we have to do is look back to 2015. We went with committee then, and that committee was better than this committee. That committee had a 1,000-yard rusher with McFadden. You know what we did in 2016? We made Zeke our first pick.
Yeah, I know. Actually, 2015 was a damn good. Name wise, that was a damn good committee.
We don't even have to go back that far. Like we can, and we had all those running backs still on our team with Zeke. We still had them on the team. So it's like we gotta stop and like really think about what we saying and stop the games. Like it's a game to think that you go get rookies to come in and put big boy shoes on out the gate, because even Zeke started slow, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all think these boys gonna come in out the gate as rookies on a heavy running team, take the load that Zeke had to become adjusted to, and just kind of have us swinging for the fences?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a bad development plan. Like, you don't want to develop Weber like that. You don't want to develop Pollard like that. You want Pollard and them confidence to kind of go up gradually, just like what happened with Gallup, just like what happened with John. They stank it up until they finally got good. You don't want to put but what if we had to put Gallup out there at the start? Just period. Full time. What if we had to put Jarwin out there last year as a starter? Just no hands down. You have to start, period. You didn't have somebody that was a veteran, that was accustomed to it, that was able to take those blows until you get your confidence up. You know? So, and we don't have that. So to say how many games we will win, I still think that we will probably win maybe 9 or 10. But at the same time, it's just like, I hate to even just have that discussion, because it's like we haven't learned our lesson. And I'm going to ask you one more question, everybody that's listening. When has Dallas ever performed well when they had to make adjustments without exceptional talent? So if they lose exceptional talent, when has Dallas performed well?
Well, let me give you some example. I'm gonna give you some thoughts. 2015, Tony Romo went down. What was our record?
4-12.
Okay. We lost Ezekiel Elliott in 2017. What ended up happening with that?
Oh, that was garbage.
We went 9-7.
Yeah.
Dez, I mean, everybody said that we did not need. Everybody said we didn't need Dez, and guess what? We went 3-5.
Right, and had the worst. So it's like, whenever we lose, what is our track record of really trying to replace an athlete with an athlete that's not as good? But because we're delusional if we think we're New England. So we can't say stuff like New England does it. Okay, ask yourself, do we have New England coaches? Do we have an ability to adjust like New England? Do we have an ability to make our offense fit our strengths like New England? No, we're one-dimensional. Even with the new addition of Kellen Moore, they're not really changing stuff. They're just changing how they attack. They're not changing the offense. Don't think they're changing the offense. It's still going to be heavy running. But what they're changing is the way they attack. They just don't want to be as obvious when they line up. They're going to have a little bit more deception, but it's still going to be the same offense, y'all. It's going to be the same philosophy. So we don't have coaches that adapt well.
Yeah. I gotta ask somebody something real quick, because there's a whole lot of people that are saying a whole lot of good stuff in the comment box, but one thing I am lacking is for people who are to tell me what games, the subject that we're on right now is what games do you guys feel, because I'm not letting nobody off the hook. I'm not letting you off the hook. A bunch of y'all comments sound good because you type well. Like, you're a really good typer. But what I'm asking you is, looking at this schedule right here, let's talk factual. And think about this. You're also replacing a guy who has never lost to the Philadelphia Eagles in his career. And guess what? The Philadelphia Eagles were one game away last year from having the same record as us. So, they were 9-7, we were 10-6. And guess what? They gave their think about this. Didn't Carson Wentz and Zeke get drafted on the same day?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so why Philly didn't have a problem overpaying their broke quarterback who hasn't even finished a season in 2 years, but they paid him 2 years before ahead of schedule? Technically, happily. So this is what I want to know. For anybody in there that's trying to repeat, because I hear a lot of, because this is what I also see. I see, and I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade, but this is what I'm saying, right? I done been at training practice 9 days now. 9 days. I actually counted it up. 9 days I done been in. Well, no. Because one day I turned around, so it's 8. I apologize. Because one day I didn't make it in all the way in because I turned around. That was last week. I didn't make it today. So 8 total days. They've been at camp 2 weeks. So that's 12 days total? So 8 out of 12 days I've been there. And I'm going to tell you, I've been every day. Every day they didn't have pads on. Tony Pollard is not the starting running back. The starting running back that they have been running is Darius Jackson. Darius Jackson, on a scale of percentage of carries, gets 60% of the carries on this team right now. They are using Tony Pollard as a scat back. Now, I know that you're not going to believe me because I'm at training camp every day, but don't believe me. Believe my damn video that I be there recording it. Like, this is the thing that irritates me sometimes. Like, why am I driving 100 miles every single day to go to training camp and people are watching the videos because I see the same people, but then you guys come on our shows and you don't even regurgitate what you're seeing on my videos. Like, if you're watching my videos, you should see it's 26 that is getting the bulk of your carries. Like, I'm just being real with you. It's 26. Darius Jackson getting the bulk of your carries. Behind him is Alfred Morris. Is Tony Pollard getting some playing time? Yes, he is getting some playing time. He is. And it's divided between all 3 levels of their offense. They have 3 different teams of offense. A first, a second, and a third. And Tony's playing on all 3 of them. They are not using him as a 1 to 2, 3 running back. I'm giving y'all some free game. It's just about if you're going to take it or not. Like, I'm trying to, all right, chill out. No more Kanye West. But, yo, I'm really giving y'all some free game. It's just about, are you going to take it or not? That's not how they're using Tony Pollard. That's not. I would actually say Mike Weber is getting more carries than Tony Pollard. As far as a running back, as far as actually physically handing the ball, Mike Weber is getting more opportunities at that. For the most part, Tony P he is coming out the backfield and he is catching passes. Or they do this little trips play where they line 3 of them and then he flares out and they're literally, I think they're going to catch somebody slipping too with this play. But it's whatever. They showed it on the blue and white game. But they literally, Dak turns this way and then he rolls against his body back to the running back. And the reason why the play is going to be nasty is Dak has led the NFL in rushing touchdowns. So when he runs, people are going to pay attention. So when you see Dak running this way and you see all, the 3 trips formation, you're going to have to respect it. And then you're going to have Tony leak out. Boop. And as soon as he hit, and basically what they're doing is they're waiting for Tony to get to the linebacker. Because if he gets to the linebacker, you're beat. Because all Dak got to do is throw it a little bit over his head. He gone. You know what I'm saying? And if he gets space on the linebacker, he gone too because he can make a move.
Weber's looking good from what I see.
He is, but that's what I'm saying. Like I be at camp every day, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And if you think I will, just go look at my video. Just go look at the video. Don't trust what I say. Trust the huh?
I would have Weber and Z. I wouldn't want to throw Weber in the fire. I wouldn't.
It wouldn't be Weber though, and it wouldn't be Weber. It'd be Darius Jackson.
Oh Jesus, no.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, Darius Jackson is looking. Oh, Darius Jackson. As far as y'all gotta kill all these notions from last year. People are improving. Anthony Brown looks like the most improved as far as player on this team. He's the most improved player on this team. You know what I'm saying? Is it fair that he had an opportunity that other people didn't have? Yes, he did. It is. But I'm gonna tell you right now. I get it. Now I can see, like, Anthony Brown is a pick that's going to make the Cowboys look smart. Why? Because a lot of, we all saw it, but it's not that he's making them smart. They just gave him the opportunity to grow. Yeah. You didn't give Rico the opportunity to go out there and give up 14 touchdowns and be like, oh, go try it again. Like, they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do that. Rico missed 1 block assignment and he was inactive for 3 games. Like Taco had a bad attitude, they said, and they deactivated him for 3 games.
Yeah.
Like Anthony Brown gave up touchdowns and was still on the field.
14.
Still on the field, so it's like, it is what it is. But also, this is another thing, right? Go shoot.
I want to read this, bro, because this is.
I need y'all games because I see a lot of comments. I see a bunch of people on YouTube, and guess what? I don't see one person that didn't put how many games, and I see a lot of people on Facebook, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I don't see nobody on here telling me how many games that you Dallas Cowboys can win, and I need to know it. Jamez, you love the faith. I appreciate you so much, but stop all that other talk and let me see some numbers. We talking facts today, baby. Go ahead.
Now, real quick, a couple of things. First, Alex said, because he was listening to the Stephen Jones interview that just happened on the Fan, he said that Stephen said our job is to try to convince them, and he's personally not frustrated. We're trying to build the best possible football team. Mentions Lael, Jalen, and other players they still want to sign. It's more important than just 3 guys. Let me just
he's a lie and a half. He's lying.
Let me just pull back real quick, because I'm sick of hearing that.
He's lying.
It's like the guys that's up to be paid right now is Zeke, Coop, and Dak. Okay? And one of the things that Tank said when it was time for him to get paid is, that's your problem.
That's your problem.
And he said that to Stephen face. So when it's time to pay me what you promised, I'm not trying to hear about the next man. That's number one. Number two, there is nobody else on this team that equals the value of those 3 together. None. Not Jalen, not LVE, not even Tank equals the value of those 3 together.
My boy said 10-6. Okay.
But Tank was bad in 2016 due to his back, because his back was hurt. We were still 13-3. We were still 13-3. But when we didn't have Romo, we was 4-12. When we didn't have Cooper, we was 3-5. When we didn't have Zeke, we was 3-3. When we didn't have Tyron Smith, oh man, it was even uglier. So the 3 together is worth more than anybody else on this team. And if we have to look, please don't say Byron Jones. Please don't say we have to pay Byron Jones.
Because he's not getting paid.
Because see, listen, if we would have to lose Byron Jones to keep the triplets,
he's gone anyway. He's gone anyway. I love him, but he's gone anyway.
Not with Michael Jackson getting interceptions and one-on-ones. Not with the Ruze still playing real good. And then to what you said, Anthony Brown playing better. Like if don't want to hear we can't pay everybody, well then you have to prioritize the big 3. I'm sorry. You have to prioritize the big 3. And what it looked like to me is Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones are inner egos on this. They trying to throw him. They trying to make our best players take beneath what everybody else takes in the NFL, and it's not right.
Yep.
You don't watch Garoppolo, Carr, Cousins, obviously the top tier Wentz, and all these guys have record-breaking contracts, and then be like, but I'm not gonna get mine, and I'm Dak. You don't say to a player, Gurley is the starting point, but when it's time to get paid, we present to you Bell type numbers. Bell after being out the league a year. Come on, man, you playing games with me. You don't say to me, we looking at something similar to Thompson for the Saints, but then you present to me, according to Mike Fisher, who just wrote a tweet, Mike Evans numbers from 2 years ago, 16.5. You playing games. Playing games. It's like, stop playing games. Get me up to 18. Get me above Gurley, like you said, and get me above Wentz, like I deserve.
Yeah. And boss, I'm gonna tell you something. Just kind of stick with this this salary. I mean, it's just to stick with this this schedule, just to provide you guys some facts, man. If you guys, anybody that's saying that we're gonna have a winning record without Zeke, then I want to let you guys know our current record, right? Without Zeke, in 2016, we lost. We split. We went. He didn't play that final game, so he lost that one game. 2017, we went 3-3 without Zeke. 2018, we went 1-0 because he didn't play the last game and we won. So that currently puts the Dallas Cowboys at 4-4 in 3 years without Ezekiel Elliott. So now I want to know, how is it that you guys feel that you're going to go from 4-4 to winning 10 games in probably the hardest schedule that we've probably had in the last 10 years? We look at the playoff teams we play. Let's look at these. New Orleans. I mean, Green Bay ain't a playoff team last year, but it's Aaron freaking Rodgers. Philadelphia. You have New England. You have Chicago. You have LA. You have Philadelphia. Then you have a Washington team that you split. You have Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers. Brady, Breeze, and Rodgers. 3 of the arguably best quarterbacks to ever play in the NFL, and you're going to be playing all 3 of them in this season, 2 of them at home, and you feel that you can manufacture that? You think, and this is the thing about the Dallas Cowboys, do you think the Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys management is smart enough to do that? The same team who wasn't even smart enough to say, hey, instead of letting Dak get sacked 7 times, why don't we just put another guard there or another tackle there? Or how about we just have Jason Witten just chip? That same team that couldn't adjust in that same Atlanta game, that same team
It's going to be adjustment.
is going to be able to adjust and equate for 2,100 yards. Now, for everybody that's saying, oh, but we have better wide receivers. Well, think about this. We do have better wide receivers. I will agree with it. But guess what? They also were better wide receivers while Ezekiel Elliott was averaging 112 yards per game. Like, so what happens when you have 8 to 9 men in the box? You know what that happens? That means you're going to have one-on-one coverage on Amari Cooper or Michael Gallup. Well, guess what happens when Ezekiel Elliott's not on the field? Amari Cooper's going to get bracketed. There's going to be different things that are going to happen. Why do you think Zeke's yardages went up when Amari Cooper came on this team? You want to know why? Because teams had to decide, do I bracket Amari Cooper or do I stay in the box? And guess what? When they bracket Amari Cooper, we beat your butt with Ezekiel Elliott. And when you went one-on-one with Cooper, guess what we did? The same thing we did to Philadelphia when they went one-on-one against Rasul Douglas. We burnt your butt up. The same thing he did against Washington when they went one-on-one coverage because they didn't have a choice. Washington, think about this, Boss Cowboy. Washington tried to play us the exact same way they played us when we were at home, when they played us in Washington. And they stacked the box. And guess what? Cooper went off. He went off. You want to know why? Because if you're going to stack the box against Zeke, you're going to put Amari Cooper, who is the best. I'm going to be honest with you. I ain't seen a goddamn wide receiver with feet like Amari Cooper within 5 yards. I'm sorry, I haven't seen it. Like Amari Cooper, his footwork. He's not no Chad Ochocinco, but I'm saying guys that are right now in the league, footwork, first 5 yards, Amari Cooper is dancing on folks.
I think T.Y. up there with him.
T.Y. might get a jacket too, lightweight.
Yeah, T.Y.
If you go look at his stats, T.Y. might get a jacket on.
T.Y.
Yeah, T.Y. might end up getting a jacket. He's a guy that don't play for my team, but I got a ton of respect, and he ain't even big, bro.
Monster.
Yeah.
In terms of routes, and
he's a beast.
A lot of breaks, freakish quickness. One of the things, man, that's frustrating me, I'm being honest, is you see.
Oh my God. Go ahead.
You're not gonna get no answers. People not gonna make no predictions, bro. They not gonna put it out there what's gonna happen without Zeke. They go just wait. Because I see you digging for it. They not gonna give it to you. But let me say this real quick. This is what's frustrating me, West Coast. This is the time we supposed to be putting the final touches on the house.
Thank you.
This is where we supposed to be doing the landscaping, right? This is where we supposed to be getting that refrigerator and taking a wrapping off and just moving in the house and kicking up on your love seat and putting up the movie room and the projector. We still under construction. And you have Cooper on a low key holdout now. Don't think Cooper's on a low key holdout right now. And so all the jelly. And this is what's frustrating me right now about our front office. They make decisions, then they turn to the players and say, y'all figure out how to fix what we messed up. It was their idea to do receiver by committee.
But all the receivers got blamed for it.
It was their idea, right, to do receiver by committee. So then they say, okay, we got to fix it. Remember I said whenever we do committee, we spend a premium. pick to fix it. So what do? We spent a first round when we really could have probably got the deal done for a second and a fourth.
Yeah.
But we spent a first round for Cooper to fix it. And we said, Dak, you don't have an off season with this guy. It usually takes at least an off season, but you're going to have a week.
We're going to give you 1 week.
Get it done.
And it ain't even a week. It's a bye week. So that means you don't even. That means you're gonna have an extra day off because they give them an extra day off during the bye week. So
right,
technically, and think about this: they even met on their day off.
They didn't even take their day off. They spent that weekend working.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They had to do that though, but they were off.
And that's my whole point is
like they didn't have to do that.
Sometimes they make mistakes and then they turn to the players and say, "Okay, y'all fix it."
Yeah.
And that's what's going on right now. It's like, okay, Zeke is in Cowboy working out, but when he get back, it's gonna be like, okay, get going. Even though it was us haggling with you, and it's the Cowboys haggling with them. Because remember, it was the Cowboys who said Gurley was a starting point. But look at what they presenting. Mike Fish out here co-signing. Bell numbers is fair. West Coast, you getting ready to do a contract for me, right?
Yeah.
And I say I'm starting your bid at your competitor's bid, which is bid A. But then I come underbid you when it's time for you to come do the job. What you gonna say?
That's called a bait and switch, man.
Exactly what that is. Exactly what it is. They were saying Gurley all offseason.
That's what mechanics used to do that. They'll come and tell you, oh yeah, I fixed, it's only $45 to do that. They always got a little cigarette hanging. About $45, how much? I paid about $45, and you get there. Hey, look, Dan, and you go. You got your 220s and your 5 to go pay them when it's done, and they come on. Hey, man, they got that cigarette out their mouth. Yeah, hey, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. So your water park and your evaporator was broke, so I had to replace that, and it's gonna be $300. You know what I'm saying? That's a bait and switch, man. And that's how I think about this. If even with it, like, I know people have their opinion. I posted something on the page earlier today, and I said, some of the biggest myths that I see on Dallas Cowboys, some of the biggest arguments I see is, if Zeke just stay out of trouble, Well, I mean, Dak ain't been in no trouble. Cooper ain't been in no trouble, and they haven't gotten paid. And then also, my thing is this. If they did offer them contracts that were acceptable, don't you think Dak would have signed it? So realistically, they are technically doing all of them the same way. They're doing them all the same way. It's just one of them is handling it differently. And I'll be honest with you, we will be able to see who ultimately was right, because at the end of the day, we're gonna see by the dollar amount. But I mean, imagine a man standing in front of his entire world and telling the world, hey, my wife will never be able to have the finer things in life. You'll always have to use used stuff. That's the type of narrative that Jerry Jones puts out about his own players. When you say stuff like your players will never enumerate in a way to make someone the highest paid. Like that's like you did it for D-Law. You did it for DeMarcus Ware.
Yep.
And how did he repay you?
You did it for Zach Martin. You did
it for Zach Martin.
And you did it in a place where we had less cap money.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, thank you. And it's like, that's why I tell all these people that try to say, the Cowboys, it's so easy to say, we don't, but how you going to sell Jalen Smith? Well, Jalen Smith is a restricted free agent. He's not even a free agent next year. He's a restricted free agent. So that means we will have first dibs at getting him back. See, that's the same thing I said on that show yesterday. I just know I got to work on the way how I say it. But we got to educate ourselves as fans better, man. Like, that's why I people be asking me, West Coast, why you don't talk about politics? I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm not educated on it like that. You know what I'm saying? I know the stuff that I feel in my heart is right, and I may speak that on my personal page, but I'm not about to be dropping no factual evidence on nothing that I can't be proven. The stuff that we dropping, it can be proven. Yeah, like, this stuff can be proven. And for all those people... Go ahead.
Let's talk about what they said about Dak. Last year, they said... This is what Stephen Jones said. It's actually, just pull it up on the app. It's on the Cowboy app. Pull it up on Stephen Jones. It's on the executives. Okay? Executive speech. Go to last year around March. Okay? And you'll see Stephen Jones say, when it comes to Dak Prescott, the market is what it is. When it comes down to that market, we're not going to pay him obviously like Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan, but everybody after that, you got to pretty much do what you have to do to pay your quarterback. Well, it's a year later, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the person that was just enumerated because you decided in April 5th to say that your quarterback must take a team-friendly deal, well, Philly jumped you. And the market rose because Philly jumped you. Instead of sending over the proposals that you just now going to send over, you should have been doing that in April, right? And so now you're really like, well, we want to offer you 30. Well, the problem with 30 is, see, when you say 30 now with Matt Ryan, this is the problem with 30 now. The salary cap went up. So it's deceptive still because it's about the percentage of the cap that Matt signed. So you're really not paying him Matt Ryan's money because it's 2 years later. You're paying him under, because if you pay him the percentage of the cap, we looking more so like 33 million what Dak will be receiving now. So it's all these games that they playing, and you got to understand contracts and percentages of the cap to even understand that they throwing out offers that's frankly insulting.
Yeah.
It's frankly insulting for them to throw out 30 million when Wentz just got 32.5. It's frankly insulting. Like how do you wake up at night if you Dak and respect yourself and say that my team respects me when I see my division opponent pay an injury-prone quarterback 32.5 with a 107.9 million guarantee, and you haggling with me over 30, and I swept them with no off season with my number one. No off season. I went out there with no reps with this guy, and we burned him alive together. The triplets. Really, let's say what it was the triplets. The same people who broke a franchise record against Philly, the Super Bowl champs at that time. Dak had 400 yards. Cooper had 200 yards. Zeke had over 100. It was the first time ever the triplets ever had a game like that. They all showed up. These are the guys you want to play games with now? West Coast, we don't beat Philly without that type game out of them balls, man.
Yeah.
We don't beat them without Dak throwing 400, without Cooper going for 200, and without Zeke running for 100. It doesn't happen. They're the division champs. We're not.
Yeah.
So it's like, so we have the history of what they said, and then we looking at the numbers that they shouldn't shooting over, and Mike Fisher over here, he basically saying, I think it's fair. I think it's fair for them to get under market offers. No, bro, you're not gonna come to me with under market offers when everybody else that's according to how I play and who I play against got record breaking contracts. You're not gonna sold me like that. Not when I've been playing for $600,000 if I'm dead. Not when I've been out here playing injured. Not when I had no off season and I'm Cooper. I went there and balled out. No, you're not gonna offer me 16.5 and I just saw my competitor get 20. Are you serious? You better at least get that up to 18.
Yeah, I mean, and the cool thing about the game, I mean, Zeke's the exact same thing. Like the people that they're trying to enumerate him with. I mean, if you were picking Gurley or Zeke right now, there's nobody in their mind would pick Zeke or would pick Gurley over Zeke. No one.
No.
On durability purposes alone, and you wouldn't even pick Le'Veon Bell. Like, let's just be real, you wouldn't. And the cool thing about the game is, this is the difference between Le'Veon Bell and Zeke. The Pittsburgh Steelers were not trying to give him a contract at all. So they did not value him. They were not trying to give him an extension. They were not trying to pay him more money. Jerry Jones has already agreed to give Zeke a contract. So he understands and he agrees that Zeke has outplayed his contract. So this narrative about Zeke should wait, he has 2 years on his contract, y'all need to stop it, because even Jerry Jones believes that he's outplayed his contract, or he wouldn't have offered him a contract.
Bro,
we're not arguing about, this is not about should Zeke get an extension. I'm showing you the tweet right now. It says, I'm told the team, this is from Jane Slayer, and you know it's gold if it's coming from Jane. Back in Oxnard for Cowboys camp today and Wednesday, and today and Wednesday, I'll be back tomorrow. And for a new details on contract front, I'm told the team has generous offers on the table for their quarterback, running back, and wide receiver, putting them in the top 5 highest paid in their position. Now, this is what I'm going to say right now. For anybody that's still saying this, oh, Zeke should wait, stop it. Even Jerry Jones agrees that he shouldn't wait. Why? Because if he did, he would not have offered him a contract. Period. Yeah, this would be a conversation about Jerry Jones saying, no, I'm not going to extend you. No, Jerry Jones said, and Stephen Jones said they were going to extend him. So I don't even get this whole, if you're still bringing up the whole 2-year stuff, that's old dated. Let it go. Now, this is where I think the disrespect, and I'm going to let you go after, this is where the disrespect I think that comes with this top 5 contract, right? If you are the best running back in the NFL, do you want a top 5 contract, or do you want a contract that shows you that you're the number 1 running back in the NFL?
I'm spitting on it.
Like, what are you talking about? Zeke is not a top 5 running back. He's the number 1 running back.
Yeah, on the level of all-time greats. Like, literally, his first 3 years, even with the suspension, is on the level of Jim Brown.
And that's still missing 8 games.
That's crazy.
Still missing 8 games.
So, and see, listen, man. It's a big thing that I want to echo in a different way that you just said that I hopefully didn't go over people's head. When you listen to our fans kind of debate this Zeke situation, they acting as if Zeke decided to hold out because he wants to be paid now. West Coast is saying, and this is so factual what he's saying, that did not happen. They already was in talks about him being paid now.
Yep.
So for people that saying stuff like, how come he got 2 years left on his contract, y'all acting as if he just decided to do this now. What he's saying is, I don't agree with the numbers y'all proposing to me. Because West Coast is right. They've already been talking about doing an extension now. So for people saying he's greedy, or he wants to get paid now, he has 2 years left on your contract. Like West Coast is saying, the Cowboys don't want to honor that contract. They want to give him a new one. So catch up. Catch up. Get out that whole talking point and talk about what's going on right now. Is what's going to cause them to get into agreement on the number and what's the breakdown. And we telling you the breakdown. This is the bottom line breakdown. Ron Williams told us to soar 2 weeks ago. You know what he said? These contracts is a lot of times about respect. And it's disrespectful for them to offer a number under Carson Wentz. Just say that right now.
Yeah.
Me and West Coast debated all offseason about a particular number that was going to happen to Dak. But you know what West Coast said? West Coast said, I do know this though, boss. He said, whatever Wentz get, Dak will have to get $1 more. I swear to God, man, me and him dapped up like on the first time on camera, when we usually was debating this. And he said, because he's outplayed him. It's about respect. You can't look at Gurley and get a number under Gurley and then say you respect me. You can't offer me Bell numbers who was away from the game for a year, but then say you respect me. You giving me basically a runaway running back number that was still kind of top tier, but falling off of his top tier because he was away from the game. But you gonna offer the best running back that? Like Dak and Zeke, Cooper and Dak obviously got a high trajectory because if he would have played 16 games at the rate he played his last 8 games,
oh my God,
he had 1,400 yards. That's a top 3 receiver, y'all. Top 2 with no offseason.
Yep.
But you gonna offer me $16.5 million for Mike Evans?
He got 700 and some yards with a week of practicing with a guy.
And then you know what West Coast we never talk about? And it was with only 80% of snaps. He wasn't on the field like Hopkins 99% of the time. He wasn't on the field like Thielen 98% of the time. Cooper's best game when he went for 200 yards was the only game he was in the game 90% of snaps, and that was Philly. The rest of the games when he did his thing, he was still in a committee. He was getting 80% of snaps and still had 700 yards. So basically, if you give him like normal teams, 98% of snaps, 99% of snaps, you're talking about Cooper possibly hitting 1,600 in a year. You gotta pay that man 16.5. They was talking about paying 16. The Cowboys is playing, and they playing right in your face, and you better not co-sign it. The only thing we should be doing is talking bad about the offers that Mike Fish just put out. You don't offer that receiver 16.5 when you just saw the top receiver get 20. That's a slap in his face.
Yeah.
And Roy said it. It's about respect. And they wasting time. We got a preseason game coming up. Instead of the big three coming together, gelling, we playing with contracts when we got the money.
Yeah, and then also, this is like the Dallas Cowboys have the money. Like, I know that is the number one thought I think that people will refuse to accept, and they will refuse to accept this thought is that the Dallas Cowboys have the money. That is a factual statement. So if you are not accepting that, that means you have your own narrative and your own agenda that you don't want to pay Zeke. You know what I'm saying? Because if that is your thing, if it's money, then that shouldn't be an issue because we have the money to pay Ezekiel Elliott. And we have the money to pay Amari Cooper. And we have the money to pay Dak Prescott. And we'll have the money to pay Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch. We'll have all this. We'll have the money. Why? The cap goes up every single year, bruh. Every single year. And we have the money now. Jalen Smith will be a restricted free agent next year. He will not be a free agent. He's going to be restricted because of his first year, because he was hurt his first year. Under the new CBA rule, we got a break on that. That actually worked for our favor. Because we actually took a chance on a player. And that's the real reason why the Dallas Cowboys were okay with drafting Jalen Smith so high also, is because they knew if he ended up being good, that they would get something on the back end. And that was an extra year to negotiate with him. You know what I'm saying? That's why they do some of this stuff. You guys got to understand that, like, as fans, I know the Cowboys aren't going to put their motives out there, but that's our job to show you guys their motives so that you can make comprehensive and rational decisions. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you cannot tell me, and I'm still on this, but if you can't tell me how many games, if you realistically, everybody, when the season dropped, everybody and their mama was, oh, we're going to go 10-6. We're going to go 7-5. I mean, not 7-5. We're going to go 12-4. We're going to go 13-3. Okay, now take Zeke off that team. Where do we go? How do you go from, oh, we're going to go from 12-4 with Zeke to 10-6 without him? Are you serious, bro? Come on, man. Like, that stuff that, like...
With New England, that would be believable. Because we witnessed them do that type of stuff where they lose Gronk and they still go on.
When have we done that in the last 24 years?
That's delusional thinking. That's delusional thinking. And one of the fans is a top fan too, so I say this with all respect. Al Cross.
Hey, and shout out my boy South of Haven too. My boy South of Haven rocking with me on Facebook. I even wrote it down and say give my boy a shout out, and I apologize for that. Say I got you, South of Heaven 88. I always say Haven because that's the next street in my house.
Al Cross said Wentz basically set the market. He actually didn't set the market. Because the quarterback market is really set by APY, average per year. So Wentz's contract was actually about $2.5 or $3 million under the market setting contract, which is Russell Wilson. So we've never saying, and I'm not saying that we want Dak to set the market because that would be higher than Russell Wilson, $35 million per year average. I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying if you're Dak, how can you respect yourself if you saw your division opponent and rival and the guy you beat out in the Senior Bowl, the guy that you had a better college career in, steadily get rewarded over you after you constantly still outperform him? And the outperformances didn't just start. It didn't even just start in the pros. He outperformed him as the MVP of the Senior Bowl. He had a better college career. He didn't have no injuries. He had all the same things that Dak still has today. He was a Heisman candidate. Wentz was not. All these different things. And then, so it's like, so he got to get above Wentz, and that's period. So it's one of those things to where, and guess whose fault it is? It's Steven's fault. Because in April 5th, that's the day Steven said, Dak must take a team-friendly deal. That's the exact same time Wentz was still injured, and his future was uncertain. And he was saying to his own self by April 15th, I'm not sure how long it's going to take for me to heal. So instead of playing hardball with your quarterback, you should have been sending over these current proposals that's for $30 million, because you probably could have got them for $30 million then. But now that Winston got paid because Philly was aggressive and we was not, no, if I'm Dak, it's like, no, man, you can't pay me less than this man that I swept.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's like at some point my organization gotta respect me. I don't care about the national media respecting me, but my organization gotta respect what I do, my leadership, me winning, my game-winning drives, all the things that I do, and I swept the champs with no offseason with my number one. Period. Pay me, and it better be more than wins.
Yeah, man, and there's this narrative that people just think that, I mean, if everybody, think about this, Boss Cat, about every single team in the NFL that does not have a number one running back, you know what they have? They have running back by committee. How are those running back by committees doing? That's my question, man. Like, that's my question. The Raiders did running back by committee. You know what they did? They took a first-round pick and drafted a running back. Houston Texans. I'm going to be honest with you. They have a lightweight, scary offense if they can get a running back. Guess who? They said they're not going to now, but they were actually in talks thinking about doing Melvin Gordon. Like, bro, they've been doing running back by committee. How has that helped them?
Yeah. Jaquez said, nobody answered me, though. With better play calling.
I said no. They're not going to believe me because I'm at training camp like 8 days.
Y'all don't think a running back by committee can play 14 yards, 6 TDs?
No. That's not going to be enough. No, because are they also going to be able to pick up the blocking scheme? Or is that run defense? Is a running back going to be able to picking up? Hold on, let me say this. Is Tony Pollard going to be able to pick up a blitzing Douglas from the Philadelphia Eagles on a 4th and 6 play long enough to be able to let Dak get the ball off so that he can throw the ball and get a touchdown to Amari Cooper? Is he going to be able to do that? Zeke is one of the best blocking running backs in the NFL. Tony Pollard and Mike Weber are not built like Zeke. So no, I don't. Now, this is the thing. This is what
they do. It's the way that they do it. Like if you just saying 1,400 yards and 6 TDs.
My boy said, how did wide receiver by committee work? And that was a better wide receiver. Think about this. None of the running backs have even played in the NFL. Like, how do you guys overlook that? You have a running back committee who has never played a down in the NFL. No, I do not believe 3 guys who have never played a down in the NFL can replace a guy 1,400 yards. No, I don't.
And that's a lot of moving pieces. That's saying better play calling, a healthy O-line.
That's a lot. And Zach Martin's hurt right now.
Ever been healthy in the last 3 years?
Well, Zach Martin's hurt right now.
That's what I'm saying. Fredericks, we still don't really know what's going to happen with him, especially when you get late into the season, right? Then we know Tyron Smith that never finished the season in the last 4 years. He's going to miss you about 4 games. So you betting on that whole offensive line staying healthy. And they don't even have to be healthy. Let's be honest. They played pretty bad, right? Here we go again with Xavier Su'a-Filo back out there at guard. And the season hadn't even started, Jaquez. And we already got Xavier Su'a-Filo playing over Zach Martin. So one of your ifs, you might as well scratch it out.
Yeah, right? because Zach Martin himself said that he was optimistic.
Yeah, so and then play calling, we just don't know. So it's already so
play calling. We have a brand new offensive coordinator. You guys are hoping that 5 things that you're hoping just come true.
Yeah, like, it's too many. Yeah, it's
that's
like,
way.
It's like you have to. To me, you have to plan for contingencies, right?
This boy said Fleming and McGovern.
Yeah, like if maybe Calvin Johnson can come back and maybe he can be what he was when he left, but that's a big if. So it's like we don't want to plan a season on ifs.
Yeah, I want to read something to you guys real quick. I found this. And this is an article I found this morning. It says Emmitt Smith, Dallas Cowboys. It says Emmitt Smith led. This is from '93. It says Emmitt Smith led the league in rushing in 1992. That means it was the year before, and helped the Dallas Cowboys to win a Super Bowl victory that season. But he was set to make just $465,000 in 2013. He held out for a deal that would more closely reflect the level of production. Can I read that sentence again?
Yeah, read that, please.
This is Emmitt Smith, number 22. All right. But he was... I'm going to start over again. Emmitt Smith led the league in rushing in 1992 and helped the Cowboys to win a Super Bowl victory that season. So you're sealing the season after he won a Super Bowl and led the league in rushing. Y'all still didn't want to pay him? Okay. But he was set to make just $465,000 in 1993. So he held out for a deal that would more closely reflect his level of production. Does that sound like Zeke at all? So you're telling me the greatest running back of all time won you a Super Bowl? And these are the hold on. And time out. Wait, time out. So you all telling Zeke to trust these same people that did Emmett that way? Wait.
Say it again, bro.
Wait, time out. Remember, y'all. So you're telling me that Zeke should trust these same people?
No.
Okay. All right, listen. It says Emmitt Smith missed the first 2 games of the regular season, both of which the Cowboys lost. The team finally came through with a deal worth $13.6 million, 4 years, making Smith at that time the highest paid running back.
Somebody said that Zeke win us a Super Bowl. He's actually making your point, Jeffrey Blaze.
hey, people he just dug in. I ain't even about to he just dug in because he just got killed.
If the Cowboys have a track record of doing a Super Bowl winning running back like this,
Zeke ain't even won a Super Bowl, so I know for a fact he getting screwed.
Trust them is his point.
Why would he trust them?
Like, why would he do that? Like, why would he be the good guy and go to practice, risk injury when you negotiate for millions? Because, see, Zeke is in a different situation than Dak. Dak has a whole bunch of endorsements as well. He got 13, maybe national endorsements. Zeke, because of the frame that was put on him by Tiffany Thompson, only has Nike. Okay? So Zeke has really one chance to get paid. It's his contract.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably it.
And this is probably his last contract, like OJ said on his video.
Yeah, this is because running back lifespans are short. So you got to get it while the getting is good. And while you hot, while your team saying you the straw, while everybody was saying you the engine, you got to do it now. That's just what it is. So it's one of those situations. Also, going back to the biggest point that West Coast made, they already having talks about an extension. So it's just about the amount. So yeah, and then I don't blame Zeke for not being murdered. I'll say it like that.
Oh yeah, I got Murray on here too, because I went and found all these, bruh. I went and found all these. So that was Emmitt Smith. Hold on, let me see if I can slap Murray up here real quick. Let me see if I can slap him up here. And then you got people. My boy says, yeah, but Emmitt Smith won us a Super Bowl and wanted to get paid. Like, do you know how grossly underpaid you are when you go from $490,000 to $13 million, making you the best running back? And like, this is what you guys need to understand when you read that comment. You need to understand that Ezekiel Elliott outside in a Super Bowl is not a Super Bowl is a team victory. Players do not get champion. They do not get paid off of what they did in the Super Bowl. That is a team effort. So no, Emmitt Smith didn't win us a Super Bowl. The triplets in that defense won us a Super Bowl. He was a major part of it, but so was Michael Irvin. So was Troy Aikman. They won us a Super Bowl. Emmitt Smith. Look at every other factor. Emmitt Smith is the leading rusher, back to back, just like Zeke was, and then think about this. It doesn't even say that Emmitt Smith was holding out because he just wanted more money. What does it clearly say? The exact same thing that we've been saying about Ezekiel Elliott. So he held out for a deal that would more closely reflect his level of production.
Yep. Exactly what we're saying.
Like, come on now, man. So my thing is this. You guys are telling, so what you're basically saying is, Ezekiel Elliott, go win us a Super Bowl, and then we'll pay. Well, guess what? Then Matt Ryan should never get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Wentz should have never got paid. They don't have Super Bowls. They ain't got Super Bowls. Why does Zeke got to get a? Why does Dak got to win a Super Bowl to get a championship? To get a contract.
Yeah.
If that's the case, the only people that can get contract is New England Patriots, because they're the only ones that's doing it consecutively.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald should not be the highest defensive player in the NFL. Why? He hasn't got the Rams no championship. Why is he the highest defensive player in the league? Want to know why? Because he's the best defensive player in the league.
Yeah.
If that's the case, Aaron Donald would not be making $20 million.
Yeah.
Why is Michael Thomas making $20 million? I don't know. I really don't know. That's a good question.
And one last thing that be kind of frustrating me too, West Coast, is you see a lot of us who run to the aid of the billionaires. I don't get it. We run, and Steve and them say basically like to our face, this is a lot of money to these guys.
Meaning this ain't nothing to us.
We spend that type of money we will spend on them on boats and toys.
Yeah.
They say it's a lot of money to those guys. That ain't a lot of money to us. That ain't a lot of money to us. But we over here like co-signing them breaking their promises and public promises. Like Bill is the starting point. Like, and we say, oh, that's his business. He just wanna play the other players. Like, look, no. And then you allow Tank to tell you to your face, well, that's your problem, and you pay Tank, but you're not gonna pay the people that had you 13-3 when Tank was injured. It was Dak and Zeke on his team in 2016 when we was 31st in pass rush and we was still 13-3. It was Dak and Zeke leading that charge, not Tank. But you ran to pay Tank, who held you hostage.
Jordan Brooks says Carson Wentz does. No. Carson Wentz was on a Super Bowl winning team. So is my homeboy. But you don't know who he is, and I'm not going to put his name out there. But so was my homeboy. And guess what? He borrowed $45 from me 2 days ago. So was my homeboy. Hey, straight up. He got a Super Bowl. I ain't even going to tell you what team it is.
It's crazy.
Because then you can go on you can go on my friends list and find out who it was. He borrowed $45 from me 2 days ago.
A billionaire can literally just slap us in our face and we'll say, well, he's a billionaire.
Hey, look at this. This is from June 16th, 2015. Hey, I'm over here getting my producer G on with this show, bro. I mean, I'm really dancing right now, boss. Like,
you gotta say honor your contract. We'll talk later. Okay, Gary.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell Jerry Jones to let Alan Hearns honor his contract. Let Dez Bryant honor his contract.
And Gary, this is why this is wrong what you're saying. It's because they already in talks of changing his contract. So Jerry and them is not fighting about him at the last minute wanting to get a new contract. They are arguing about the amount. Jerry and Steven himself want to give Zeke a new contract. So this narrative that Zeke just don't want to honor his contract is old billionaire protectionary thinking. Stop protecting the billionaires and really look at it from the facts. The fact is they want to pay him now. He wants to get paid now. They're disagreeing on the amount. So this narrative that we create on as fans, that Zeke is over here as the bad guy, being greedy, is nothing but our over worship of the Dallas Cowboys, and we're not looking at this soberly and fair. We not. We just worship. We want Jerry to keep his billions. We want Jerry and Steven to be able to do like what they did on Trading Places, where they was like more for $1 bet. $1 bet. I knew I could get those dummies to come down below market. I knew I could. They sitting over with $100 million projected to have a salary cap money next year.
Yeah.
But saying we ain't got the money.
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, man. Some of y'all need to be ashamed of yourselves, man. Like, I see so many people, like, man, I'm gonna start screenshotting y'all because some of y'all are so shameful, man. The same folks that was defending Zeke is the same folks using that same exact stuff to tear him down. That is just horrible, man. But hey, it's whatever. June 16th, I'm just making sure, man, y'all don't be doing this when he be like some of y'all, the way y'all coming at Zeke, don't do this when they actually get him signed and they get it, and they don't be doing that because some of the stuff y'all saying about Zeke is just wrong, man. Like, some of this stuff, man, is just straight up wrong. Make sure you're on the right side of history. All right, this is from January 16th, 2015. It says, if the Cowboys let DeMarco Murray walk, it will be by choice. This is from Todd Archer. He's at training camp every day, just like me, too. It says, actually, he's probably there every day because, they getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going out there on my scouts. Shout out to my scouts for holding me down. Shout out for Cowboys Experience for holding me down, too. It says, Irving, Texas. In one breath, the Dallas Cowboy owner, general manager Jerry Jones says, It said, wait. It says, hold on, let me scoot this up so you can see the whole thing. See, I gave myself a compliment and I went, then I kind of messed up. My bad, y'all. There you go. That's what I meant to put. All right. So it says, in one breath, the Dallas Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones says his team can be players in free agencies. In the next, he says he will be challenged for the Cowboys to keep Dez and DeMarco Murray. This is in 2016. Before 2016. This is before Dak happened. He said they're already setting the groundwork. They said it will be a challenge for the Cowboys to keep Dez and DeMarco Murray. If the Cowboys can be listen to this. If the Cowboys can be players in free agency, why can't they keep Bryant and Murray? Well, they can. So this is 2016. Change the name. Amari Cooper, Ezekiel Elliott. It's the same situation, man. The Cowboys always put that same narrative out. We don't got the money. You want to know why? Because they think their fans are too dumb to go check.
Yep.
Like, don't believe me. Google Dallas Cowboys salary cap. Sport Tech is going to come up. Sport Tech is good, but you really got to know what you're doing. The best one, I think, I forgot. Sport Tech is real good. You know what I'm saying? But I think they believe their fans are dumb and won't go Google the information.
Yeah, that's what it is. They think that we not go check the salary cap projections. We not. And we don't. And then it's also known how sometimes negotiate the contracts work is that you can front load a contract or you can back load a contract. That's why sometimes you don't feel it on the front end. That's why even when they sign Cooper, it's actually going to be a cap relief, even with a new contract. It's going to be cap relief in 2019. It's because his contract is going to be backloaded. You know, so it's meaning that all the money and the major money is going to be put on the tail end of his contract, which frees up money to be able to sign him now. So it's some reasons to where you know that they playing games. And it's insulting to the fan base who actually research this stuff. It's like, no, man, you over here saying publicly, and then this is the worst one I heard today, West Coast, that the Cowboys have said that they willing to have them play on prove-it deals. So that got to prove it again? What Zeke got to prove? You know, maybe the only one you can make a case on proving it is Cooper, but then he was also in a situation where he had no offseason with his quarterback and still rocked. You know,
so he kind of proved it.
So which he kind of proved it. It's just not a big sample size. But at the same time, though, you really telling those three players to prove it again if they don't take this insulting offer that Mike Fish put out. Mike Evans money, Bell money, and then Matt Ryan money. And Matt Ryan money, I'm telling you right now, is less than. This is the only way I can see all three taking it. They have to have big guarantees and a long duration. It got to at least be a 6-year duration. Because if they don't have a 6-year duration on their contracts, then that's like a big slap in the face. It just ain't no way that I swept wins. He injured prone. He said his back's supposed to take 3 months to heal. He was still injured after 4 months, and they paid him. And now I'm supposed to be Dak over here like, okay, I take that deal. I take a deal, master. I take it. No, you say publicly, Gurley is the starting point. That's where, we're starting with Gurley. That's where we start. He will be the highest paid running back. Then you send him Bell numbers, which is under Gurley. Okay. And then the fan base co-signing it. No, we got our tiki torches out on the wrong people. We should be complaining about Steven and Jones and how they trying to do these negotiations. And think about it. They doing it in the midst of preparations. What did Russell Wilson say? I don't want to build my contract. Even before OTAs, I want to focus on football and winning.
Yeah.
And right now, when we're supposed to be focusing on football and winning, they don't really trying to win on a contract dispute when they have the money.
Hey, and I know, and someone told me yesterday, well, a player shouldn't be able to say that. You can't hold a team hostage. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that you can. That's why it's there. It's called holdout. Just like a team can hold you hostage with a franchise tag, why can't I hold them hostage with a holdout? Like, some of this stuff just don't be fair. Like, you guys give these billionaire owners so much more power over these young men's life than they can have over their own life. Why? Just because they can play football. Like, that's not right. Now, also to denounce a memory, a notion or a myth, I just simply Googled Dallas Cowboy cap space 2020. According to over the cap, the Cowboys have $19.7 million in salary cap and will have, listen to this, $94 million in space. Assuming the cap. Think about this, boss. Think about this. You only get to spend $200 million. You're going to have $94 million of it free. That means you're trying to, so think about this. You're running an organization while only spending half of the money to run it. Yeah. Like, bro, they don't want to pay these guys.
Yeah, they don't want to. And it's more of an ego stroke. It's one of those, Mortimer, $1. It's Jerry and Steven having fun trying to see if they can get these guys to go take what nobody else takes. And it's insulting. Like, really, at the end of the day, it's insulting. And I'm happy that it's all three, so we can't single out one. It's all three at the same time. Because it was super insulting to that to say. And I'm going to just put all three on. It's super insulting to say we're going to put y'all on a prove it deal. What? If we don't take that trash offer and you sitting there with the money bag?
Bro, Amari Cooper's going to leave. I'm going to tell you guys right now, if we do that to Amari Cooper after he was already traded, he's going to leave next year.
Yeah. This is the wrong time to play these money games. And, you know, and
we're gonna lose Amari Cooper to free agency.
See, because I'm looking at the offer, and then Mike Fisher putting up there, I think it's fair. It's okay, Mike. Sure. Okay, sure. So let's look at the percentage of the cap, and then let's see if it's fair. You really telling me Mike Evans' old contract of 16.5 is fair to Amari Cooper today, with the new market rates of receivers? You really believe that, Mike Fisher? Like, for real, you believe that? Or are you kind of the voice of the Cowboys again? Because that's what it looked like. Because ain't no way you going to have $16.5 million as an offer to Amari Cooper, who saved your season. Right? Yeah. 16.5. When you offered Sammy Watkins.
Trash. And he's trash.
What's that smell? That's Sammy Watkins.
Think about it. I repeat that. A lot of people forget that the Dallas Cowboys offered Sammy Watkins $16 million.
$16 million under last year's cap. So you gonna throw 16.5 under this year's cap, and you gonna insult Amari like that?
He won't come back, bro. If we don't sign Amari Cooper up this year, he won't come back.
We'll put y'all on a prove-it deal. That's how you talking to you.
I gotta prove myself after you traded for me.
Yeah. And then I gotta prove myself after paying for $600,000. I have to prove myself after having a start that's only next to Jim Brown.
Yeah.
O.J. Simpson, like the best ever to ever play. Zinke's start is even better than Emmett if you look at the numbers.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I mean, if I don't see Amari, I know they say he had it's some funny business going on with Amari Cooper, because I see it like this. First off, I reported that Amari Cooper got carted off on the field at that practice. The whole world say, I know some of y'all even did it, but it's all good because you're listening now, so I forgive you. But I know some of y'all even then was said that we wasn't telling the truth and we was clout chasing. But isn't it funny, the very next day that his agent was at practice, and then the very next day, then they released that he had a heel situation going on and he hasn't practiced at all.
Yeah,
we were the same guys who brought you that information. Like, I mean, that's like, and then another thing. Oh my God, Michael just.
Go back.
Oh my God, Michael.
Go back.
Oh my God, Michael.
No. You got to go back and say, I knew what you were saying, but I guarantee some people missed
what?
What West Coast is saying is that Amari Cooper's on a low key holdout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And see, you saying it so fast, I know people miss what.
Yeah, I believe Amari Cooper's is doing the same thing that Julio Jones did when they went to practice, but they're not participating.
Yeah,
I think he's on a silent holdout.
And it's smart. When you get carted off, the reality is starting to hit you that if this would have been for real, I just lost millions.
Yeah, why you think it's like my question is this: West Coast told you, and his agent showed up. That
Precautionary cart ride, just precautionary. Just you're thinking as you taking that trip. Why do you think? Don't take this bad, y'all. Don't take this bad. Don't get mad at Boss Cowboy when I do this, and don't think I'm cursing. But why do you think Earl Thomas did this when he was when he got hurt?
Broke his leg.
Why did he throw up the finger? Why? Because he was on that cart and he was like, y'all mess with my millions. Y'all mess with my millions.
He was thinking, this is exactly why I didn't want to play.
And
I'm going to keep it real with you guys. Amari, and I'm going to tell you guys this right now. I promise you. I ain't going to have to put this on nothing. Just after this happens, don't ever question me. Unless it's on some chicken or something, then I'll be messed up. But yo, don't question me this.
What's that? Don't question me.
Amari Cooper will not play on a 1-year deal. He won't do it.
Nah.
He won't.
Nah. And you know,
He won't do it. He has way too much to lose. You got to think like this. And Amari Cooper also knows that he's playing in a system that's not going to give him more yards. Like, that's why he said 2 months ago that he was okay. Like, Amari Cooper is the essence of, bro, I've done everything you've asked me to do, and y'all still don't want to pay me? Like, Amari Cooper came out and said, yo, look, I understand. I don't have to have 10, 11 targets to be productive. I don't have to have a lot of targets. Like, Amari Cooper saying everything that you want him to say. And if you don't, Amari Cooper's not going to play on a 1-year deal. He's not going to do it. And think about this. He's only 25. He has way more to lose. He's not going to do it. So if it doesn't get done before I'm telling you right now, Amari Cooper's not going to, his age. What are the chances that 3 agents are going to allow 3 of the most influential players in an organization play on 1-year deals?
No way. So that makes me say that this is more than likely happening. This is more than likely happening. This is Jerry and Steven.
Darren says he hasn't done no interviews since. You're absolutely good job, Darren.
Yeah, this is a low key holdout, and I appreciate it. That's
Hey, boss, can I say something? Can I read this comment that my boy Michael said real quick? My boy Michael said. He said if the cow, and it was just a good comment. I wanted to read it real quick, but I lost it. I don't know where it is, but he basically said like the Cowboys if they didn't have the money to pay Earl Thomas. I mean, if they didn't have all this money to pay Cooper and Dak and Zeke, like how did they have the money to go after Watkins? How did they have the money to go after Earl Thomas? Like how did they have this money? Like, it's the same thing It's the exact same thing Clarence was saying. Like, how are you guys saying that you don't have the money to pay your own players, but yet and still you're out here going after top free agents?
They're having a press conference right now with the Cowboys, just FYI, is getting ready to start. But but I think this is a last-ditch effort. I think this is a Hail Mary attempt to try to get those guys to take a deal.
Yeah, and then when Zeke don't show up to practice today, they gonna know it's real.
Yeah, and I think this is their last Hail Mary. This is 3rd down, and they throwing a Hail Mary pass to try to get in.
So can I prepare? So are you saying there's going to be a smear campaign today? So don't be surprised if a lawsuit come out, or a picture of Zeke's dog biting somebody, or a picture of Zeke pinching somebody's booty. Just be prepared. Some drama gonna come out today. I can just feel it. Some drama is gonna come out today.
This is gonna happen. I honestly think this is going to happen. I think that they're going to make this Hail Mary attempt today at the offers that they made those guys, right? They go wait about a week. They go try to see how their athletes look in preseason in San Fran.
That's
see, because I would do that if I was them. I want to see if Pollard and Weber's electric. If they really electric, well, that helps my leverage. If they stink,
or not even if they stink, if they're just average, if they're just rookies, if they're Bo Scarborough. Like, Bo Scarborough had a better college career than both. But
they're just regular rookies with a learning curve.
Yeah, they can be regular rookies.
Regular rookies with a learning curve. Well, that hurts their leverage. And then that puts urgency on them to go ahead and complete the deal. So this is them trying to look tough. My dad always say this. An animal is its most scariest when it's almost dead. So right now, I think Jerry and Steven know that they have to put the final chips together with these guys and give them the preparation to have a good, strong start. So the more they playing with this, they know that they kind of playing with the cohesiveness and chemistry. And they did start last year slow because remember, it was Jerry and them that decided to not play Zeke and Dak the last couple of preseason games. And what happened? Their first three was slow. Their first three, they was out of rhythm. So, I mean, I just don't think that they forgot a lesson just only a year old. You know what I mean? I think they understand that you need to get Coop out there with Zeke, with Dak, give them a couple of preseason games to really get in rhythm, so that they can start out, game one hot versus cold like they did versus, the Panthers. So I think they're a wounded dog. I think they're in the corner. They acting like they're dangerous. They barking real loud. We're gonna put y'all on approval deals. If you don't take this on friendly offer, we're gonna put y'all on approval deals.
Yeah, and think about this. They gave you more insight on their contracts too, because now they're okay with saying we gave them deals that would put them top 5. Now that's a specific area. Top 5 in their position, you could basically just go and they're basically. So I would think if you're giving them top 5 in their position, then I would think that neither player would get a deal that's less than the franchise tag.
Right.
Whoa. Can we say that one more time, boss? Because that's how you enumerate the franchise tag.
Exactly.
So that means that each one of these players' deal should be at least higher than the franchise tag.
Right.
Okay. Sounds about right to me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, we're going to let y'all go, man, because I want to hear this Jason Garrett press conference because I want to get ready for the drama that's about to come after it. You know what I'm saying? There's about to be some drama to come after it because guess what? We have been telling you guys for the longest that Zeke did not care about no August 6th date. He did not care about that, man. He's going to be on a new contract next year. So why would you care about an old contract? No.
Right.
Today is the day where Jerry's going to sweat just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because now the next real date is week 10. So it's like, Jerry, how bad do you want to wait? Are you willing to wait till week 10? Because now the next date, since Zeke missed this one, is week 10. And think about this, it's all or nothing now. Zeke has to get a new deal now. Why? Because he's past the August 6th and he didn't report.
Right.
So I don't want to hear nothing about he doesn't deserve a new deal. He has to get a new deal now because we're August 6th. There is no, he can just, okay, Zeke, just come to practice and just finish your deal. No, it's too late. You can't do that.
Right.
Can't do that. Just like, a long time ago, I was able to predict that I won $20. Want to know how? Because I predicted that LeBron James was, I know this is dumb, but I was like 12 or 13 years old. But I bet my dad that LeBron James was not going to college. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I won the $20, let me tell you how I won, is because I knew then that high school players could only play in three All-Star games, and LeBron had played in 7, making himself ineligible. He couldn't even go to college. He wouldn't have been eligible to play because he had played in too many All-Star games. It's the exact same thing with this Zeke and his contract. Now you're at today, he can't go back on that rookie contract. It's all or nothing now. It's either sit or get up off the pot. So Zeke gonna get a new deal now. He can't pull out. He can't pull back. And guess what? Neither can Jerry. So let's see if we can get this thing done, man. Boss Cowboy, let them know where they can find you at, man.
Boss Cowboy Sports.
Shoot, I heard that, man. Let me see if I can get you back up here. All right, so you guys make sure you guys follow him on Boss Cowboy Sports. You guys already know what it is. Make sure you guys, if you guys have that press conference over Jerry Jones, make sure you guys listen to that because we're definitely gonna be listening to it ourselves. See if we can get some good information from it and see if we can be able to bring that back to you guys. But you guys already know what it is. Never look down because the star is up. Peace.